everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my second video and I'm very excited to be sharing this with you guys today. I wanted to say a quick thank you for tuning in to my Q&A video. That was really exciting and I had a really good response, so thank you. I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my buttercream today, so check it out. The ingredients that you guys will need today to make my buttercream, I've got here 125 grams of butter. I use unsalted butter. You can use salted, I don't find it makes too much of a difference. And that's just Coles brand as well. I then also have 2.5 cups of pure icing mixture. I use the CSR brand and it differs from pure icing sugar because there's a bit of corn flour in there that helps it not be so lumpy. You can obviously sift this, but I don't find that I need to, so 2.5 cups of that. I also use my titanium dioxide to make my buttercream nice and white. You don't have to use this, but I use it for a base of all of my buttercreams. And I find that if I'm putting in some gel color as well, that it does help make those nice and vibrant. So in there I've got a teaspoon of titanium dioxide to 1 or 2 teaspoons of water, just to get a nice liquidy sort of substance there that you can add in. Next up is my vanilla bean paste. So I use Queen brand. You can use any brand really, but I would highly recommend using a vanilla bean paste over a vanilla essence or extract. It gives it a really, really good flavor. So vanilla bean paste, and then, for that one, sorry, probably about a teaspoon to this quantity of buttercream as well. And then on hand as well, I've got 2 to 3 teaspoons of milk, just in case I need to thin out my buttercream a little bit as well. My mixer I'll be using today is my Kenwood Chef Sense in the XL size. This one's got a nice deep bowl, it's 4.5 litres. You can use the regular size Chef Sense for this quantity of buttercream, but this one will mix up to 4 dozens worth of buttercream for cupcakes. So what I'm going to do is pop my butter in first and give that a nice good whip. Alright, so my butter's been whipping for 3 to 5 minutes now, so I've just stopped it and I want to scrape down my bowl, get all those bits off of the beater and then down from the sides there too, and I'm going to add in some of my ingredients. So first of all, we want to add in our icing sugar or pure icing mixture. For those of you in the States, it's powdered sugar, so you can add in sort of 1 to 2 teaspoons per cup of corn flour if you do want to try out that pure icing mixture that I've got here. So we want to add all of that in at once. Also, I'm going to add in my titanium dioxide as well. You can mix this first if you want and then add it in, but I don't find that it makes too much of a difference to the consistency. So I'm going to add my titanium dioxide in too. My 1 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. And then I'm also going to do a splash of milk. And then you want to mix that for a further 3 to 5 minutes until it's nice and white and fluffy. All right, now that my buttercream's been mixing for a further 3 to 5 minutes, it's come out with a nice white fluffy look. I'll take that off there so I can show you guys. So you'll see there it's nice and white from that titanium dioxide. If you did want to add a colour in, it would now be the time to do that, and you would give it another mix for 1 to 2 minutes. But I'm going to pipe my cupcakes with this beautiful white fluffy frosting. All right, now that I've got a beautiful white fluffy buttercream here, I'm going to pipe these onto my cupcakes. I'm going to show you guys how I do that as well. Today I'm using a Loyal disposable bag. I always use disposable bags. I find they're the most sanitary and you don't want to be washing up those silicone bags all the time, especially with the amount of icing that I go through. And I'm going to use my favourite tip, it's the Wilton 2D. So I don't use a coupler for these, I just chop off the top part of my bag there and pop the tip right in the end. So I've got enough buttercream here to ice 12 cupcakes. Obviously you guys can double or triple that recipe if you do find that you need more buttercream, but this is definitely enough to make to ice 12 cupcakes. Pop that in my bag. Get all the air out, and then I'm going to work my magic. there you guys have it. That's my quick and easy buttercream recipe. Please subscribe and leave any comments below, and tune in for my next video where I'll be showing you guys all of my favorite icing tips that I use with my buttercream. Thanks heaps. Bye.